What's up, everybody? I'm Georgi Mossey. I'm here with Heather C. So Darcey and Stacey, the two-part tell-all, part 2 has aired, and we have just watched it. We have a lot to talk about. There was a bombshell that was dropped right at the end, so I hope you watched the end through the credits, because if you didn't, you don't know what happened, because it didn't actually happen on the tell-all. But let's get back to it. So the tell-all featured a lot of familiar faces, especially part 2. Michael, Benz, and Tom and Jesse. So one thing that we've noticed every time Darcey is on a tell-all, Tom and Jesse pop up, and they always have, I don't want to say always have negative things to say, but Jesse typically has negative and opinionated things to say about her relationships. And we do know that Georgi did reach out to Jesse regarding Darcey and their relationship, which I don't agree with. An ex is never going to have anything positive to say. So if you want to know something about someone, reaching out to their ex, it's not going to get you the best information. So what do you think the purpose of Jesse and Tom being there was?
There was no purpose other than, in my opinion, TLC being messy. I feel like they show a really big history of this. If you look back at all the tell-alls, all the bear-alls, all the alls that we've watched, it seems like every single one of them always pings the person with the other person. Like Natalie, Mike isn't far behind, or, like whoever, the situation is. And I don't think that's fair. First of all, they're all human beings. They all have something to offer other than each other. And as far as Darcey is concerned, Jesse is so far irrelevant from her. It's ridiculous. That's like bringing back Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears. Like, let it go. It's in the past. I think that they should just let her live. The whole show was supposed to be about her and Georgi. He didn't want to be there. That's on him. So what do? You bring one of her exes? It's like, I don't know. I just think that focus on the current, stop bringing up the past. I see that her and Tom grew and became friends out of it all, because I guess they were friends previous. So that's good. At least he was kind of there as more of encouragement and less bringing her down. But let Jesse go. He had his 15 minutes of fame. Let him go.
I agree. I feel like him being there didn't add anything. And at this point, I said it on Twitter, I feel like at this point it's just bullying. And Darcey has done nothing that no other person has been through. She has tried to make it work in a relationship and it didn't work. You do not deserve to be the subject of constant bullying because that relationship didn't work. And I think the tell-all was a lot of bullying. And I do want to bring up Florian really quick, because Florian, if you remember, I watched it in the seasons when Darcey met Florian. She wasn't on fire about him. He wasn't on fire about her. When Darcey was being attacked, he said, look, if you are going to attack my sister, I am going to defend her. And I love the way he protects his family. He is speaking up for her, because Darcey just sat there and she didn't really defend herself, and she tried to remain calm. She did keep it together. She didn't cry, but you can only imagine what's going through someone's head when you're being berated and bullied and made to feel bad over things that happened so long ago and you've grown from it. So I just want to thank Florian for standing up for his sister. And he's a good guy. Michael Benz said it too. He's a good guy. He's a good husband. He's a good brother-in-law. And I'm applauding everything that he did, because Darcey needed that person to stand up for her. And that's exactly what he did.
I agree completely. I think that they have all come so far. Florian has grown so much, from when we first met him till now. Like, he took in the role of husband and protector and family very well. And I love how he's so passionate about the situation. Speaking of the term bullying, I think that there's a lot of it done, and I don't think that it's very fair. I mean, I know when people go on reality TV, it's just like that. It's so people like me and you can be entertained and have something to talk about. But what it doesn't give people right is to bring people down for no reason. If somebody is getting some type of cosmetic surgery or, anything like that, who are you to judge? Why do you have to sit there and give people a hard time and make people feel horrible? If somebody is getting a procedure done, that's something in here. they're already going through something. That means they hate the way they look. They hate their nose. They hate whatever. So why is it okay for you to make it even worse? And that's almost kind of like what was happening there with the Jesse situation.
Yeah.
I feel like Darcey and Stacey can never get ahead with anything here because they're trying to focus on their family. They're trying to focus on their career. They're trying to, just new relationships, and everybody's just trying to be like pulling them down. And
yeah,
I know that's what they signed up for, because I know that's the first thing that everybody's going to say is they know what they're signing up for, whatever. Yeah, but that does not give us the right as human beings to treat other human beings like that. So
I agree.
and that goes for TLC as well. Like, they're all employed by you. They have feelings. Like, don't use it for ratings, because you know what? The show was better before you put them on there and had all the X's. I liked watching the current situation, and that's just solely my opinion.
I feel like the tell-all was more so about Jesse and Tom, especially part 2. It wasn't about Darcey. It wasn't about her relationship. And we need to remember this is the Darcey and Stacey show, the Silva twins. We got to keep it about the Silva twins, House of 11, Aniko and Aspen. Let's keep it positive. And the big bombshell before we end, I want to make sure if you didn't watch all the way through the end of the credits, it was literally in the last 5 seconds of the credits. Darcey let us know that her and Georgi got into a big argument and they have broken up. They are no longer engaged. He is no longer living with her or near her. He's back in DC and their relationship is over. And Darcey has told us that it is for real this time. There will be no more getting back together, taking him back. This is the real deal, guys. So Darcey, we wish you the best. We hope that you find a man that loves you, respects you, takes care of you, and accepts you and your family and your sister and your brother-in-law the way that he should. And that's it for the Darcey and Stacey Season 3, Part 2 Tell-All podcast. Guys, we've went through 3 seasons. Next season, we're hoping to see Darcey happy and maybe married or engaged.
And
we're
don't bring back
fingers crossed. Yeah, no more Georgi. And next season, we don't want to see any Jesse and Tom either. Let's start over fresh. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Heather C. We will see you guys really soon